This is Damon Stevens with Finwell Builders. Today is Tuesday, May 17th, 2022, and this is a stock market update for our trades of the day. And what a day it was. Got a little bit of relief rally going on right now, which we talked about in our weekend video as well as yesterday. So the question is, what's the destination? How far do we go? So that's what we'll be talking tonight as we go through charts and take a look at what the possibilities are as far as where the market's going to move here in the next few days. So let's get right into it and take a look at what's going on. Just remember, this is we're not financial advisors, so this is our trades, our information. We're just sharing with you. So make sure your trades are your own. And if you do want to join us on our Discord, go to finwealthlive.com, and there's a free link out there and also a free training video out there that you can check out. So definitely join us, participate with us. We'd love to build a nice community here of traders, like-minded folks that are wanting to trade together and learn from each other. So definitely take the opportunity to join us. Looking at the overall market, you can see here Dow Jones closed up 1.34%, NASDAQ up 2.76%, and S&P 500 up 2.02%. So nice red day. Most of the heat map you see, pretty much our FANG stocks just killed it, did really well. So money moving back into tech, actually in most areas except for consumer was suffering. So nice strong day in the marketplace. You can see this was Jerome Powell speaking. So talking about kind of just the economy and what's happening. So you can see we had a nice little drop off, a little bit of support, and a rally right back up and new highs on the close. So so that was the little reaction, the 2 o'clock reaction that we talked about the last couple of days that was going to happen. So you can see it just reacted, but luckily it was in a positive direction. So we have the positive momentum to keep our rally hopefully going here. Looking at, back here, the scanner, didn't catch anything on the scanner off this scanner, but off of our, last trades here over the past few weeks. VERU was back on the radar again, running up towards new highs, actually closed on a new high today. Looking for a continuation play tomorrow morning, looking at this pre-market too to see if it runs. But you see here the lows down here were 434 back here in April. Had a high of 1750. We came up to 1560 today. So looking for a continuation play, at least up to 1750. And just to show you kind of what I'm looking at, where these numbers are coming from, let me go out to a weekly chart. Let me pull back here. So here's a weekly chart. So 2457 would be the ideal goal to see VERU go to. So we do have a lot of potential upslope here, another $10 almost up to the highs here. So that's where the numbers are coming from on this chart. We're kind of sitting here, just kind of hitting some resistance up in this area right here. So looking to see if we can get continuation play, at least to the top of this candle, which would be around $21. And then if not, the new high at 2457. So watching VERU on our short list here, you can see extreme fear still in the market. So there's still a lot of fear out there. And on the max pain, so this is options. So if you're an options trader or interested in options, or even if you're not, this is helpful information. So starting the week out, max pain for the S&P 500 on the close of this week was 428. Which was kind of extreme from where we're at. But every day this kind of resets. It kind of looks at all the calls and the puts, people buying options, and takes a look at what they're buying and then recalculates this. So right now the stock price, shows here we're at, 409 and the max pain point's 402. You see these red lines here, this is put. So you look at extreme number of puts being bought. So a lot of people are expecting to short the market to come back down at least to the around this 380 level this week. And then you see the calls kind of taper off. There's some strong calls here, clear up to 420. But if we say max pain are those who making people lose as much as they can, and the market being able to keep that, 402. So right here is kind of the line in the sand. So we're above that. So if the market wanted to make it more painful, it's going to come down to that 402 area. Or somewhere in that area, somewhere in that range, this range here. If it doesn't care about that, then we could continue to rally up here. But there's kind of a wall here, around 420 on the high side, and a wall on the bottom side about 380. Even maybe this could be possibly a wall here around 392 area. So 392. So this could be, support and resistance areas right here between this range. So more than likely this week, I'd say we're probably between this 392, 393 area and maybe 420 on the upside. Just looking at the options as an indicator. So I don't take this, as these are the numbers. Just giving you a general idea of how the tool works and how it can help you in your trading. I'll look at earnings. You can see here. So Home Depot, it had an initial great push and then started pulling back. Walmart did not do so well. Target, looking at Target in the morning, looking at tomorrow to see if Target comes down as well with Walmart, and the same with Lowe's if we get maybe a bump on Lowe's. I did put the charts up here just so you can see them, but we're looking at Target and Lowe's and Cisco probably as well. The rest of the week, nothing. So here's Target. This is looking, at a daily chart. And you see that we were down here around 208 and we're up to 215. So we've already kind of elevated up here. So Target's going up, so the question is when earnings come out to see, do we come up here maybe to 220 and then drop if we follow, Walmart, or, what happens there. So just be careful if you are trading earnings because they can be very risky. Lows, you can see here, it tried to get above the 20. It broke above our resistance lines and then settled back below. So does Lowe's kind of, does it get back above there again? 190, this area right here, this 200 area is probably going to be the biggest resistance. And then, down here at the bottom, 187. So that probably is our range here. This candle right here is probably close to our range. So just be careful. You're trading lows. We'll be watching it, see if we can grab some of this. If it does move and is volatile enough to move in that whole range area tomorrow. Apple, nice little rally up here. This is our third rally day. We're right underneath this 150 area. Talked about this. We need to break that 150. If we can break the 150 and hold above that, then we're just very bullish and more likely to come back to that 20. It's sitting around 155. So looking for that. If we stay below 140, 150, we could come back and revisit, this range, somewhere between 150 and 137. Tesla, nice run up today. So now the question is, can we hold, the 761 area? Can we rally back up to 800? It will probably be resistance when we get up there. You can see here we're at 756 is kind of a resistance area here, and then you have 792 and 764. So we're cutting this 761 and 764. This range right here. So this is definitely a resistance area. If we can get back, above the 765 area, maybe, Tesla can run to 800. If it doesn't and falls back, we could fall back possibly and retest 700 again. NVIDIA, nice little run here. So third day up, still under resistance. So we got to get above this 182 level. If we can break 182, look for a run to 182 or 181, which is around the 20-day. If we move back above that, then 200 is the next. If we break below 181, then look for a play back to possibly 170. Facebook, this is a daily chart as well. You can see here we got back into above our trend line here, and we're actually above the 20. So that's great. So if we can hold above this 202 area, look for a play up to 212. If we break back down, we could fall back here and start to fall back under this 202 area back to 169. Amazon, third day in a run. So, we're doing great. So hopefully we can keep this up and have just a nice, really, close out this week solid. So, looking from where we're at right now, this 2300 area, if we can hold above 2300, look for a play up to 2378. If we break 2300, look for a play possibly back down to 2200. RK, see here, it looks like it might be doing a little bull flag here. So we're holding at 43. If we break above 43, look for a play to 47. If we break back below 43, this 43 area, look for a play back here, probably to our support line at 39.50. And if you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe to our channel and like our videos if they're providing help to you. in your training and your planning. And just continue to follow us and participate with us. We'd love to have you on board and have you play with us, to participate with us every day on the market live here, live stream in the morning. U.S. bonds, holding on that 20, just below 3.0. So just it's kind of static right now, kind of in this little range area, kind of range bound. Dollars kind of range bound as well, come back to support on that 20. You see here, it's been over a week there. So just kind of, we're kind of getting range bound on some of these areas. The VIX did what we needed to do. It's almost down at 25. So it broke down, it's coming down here. So hopefully it can continue this momentum down, get below the 200. As long as it keeps coming down, the VIX, we should be able to continue to rally here. So and since we're in a downward trend, it's got to break below this candle right here. So we're at really the 25 area. So hopefully we can break that tomorrow. If we can, the rally will continue. SPY is giving us a 3-day run. Still under this resistance here around 408, 410. You see 410.64 is kind of this candle right here. That's where that line comes from, 410.64. So if we can get above that and above the 20-day moving average at 413, definitely get a rally up to 420. So that would be the next line in the sand, is 420 is the goal. If not, maybe we can pull back here and get support, at least at our trend line around 400. If we break 400, we maybe come back down to set in some new lows. Triple Qs, we have resistance up here at the 20-day and our trend line. So 313, 314 area. So if we can, get there, just expect some, pullback possibly when we hit that resistance area. If we can break through it and then break through 317, we got a rally on our hands on triple Qs as well. Semiconductors, nice jump here. Just jumped right above that 20-day moving average. It's holding there, but you can see here we hit that 20-day above it before and failed and came right back down. So let's see if we can hold this. If we can hold a couple days, look for a play up to 245. If we break below 237, we maybe come back down to 225 area. IWM, so this Russell 2000 running up here towards that 20-day moving average as well. So it could get rejected off here. If it does, it could pull back, into 176 or 168. But if we can get above the 20, hold it and close above there, then we could rally up towards 192. Financials, XLF. So you see here, we're above the support line here. So that's good. But you can see that we failed before here. So we need to hold above 34 and rally back up over 35 and hold 35. If we can hold 35, look for a run up to 36. If we break back down below our support line here at 34, we maybe come back down to 33 or 32. Healthcare got above the 20-day moving average and the 200. So nice effort on the healthcare XLV. So if we can hold here for a couple of days and rally up towards 32, then we show some great momentum and that rally can continue. And really 134 here will be probably a resistance area. And you see that number comes from back here. So looking for a continuation play on healthcare, a nice little rally here and stay above that 20. Energy, XLE, new high, closed a new high today. So if we can break above this 84.30 area, look for a rally up towards 86. If we break back below 83, which is where these two candles are, then we could come back and possibly test that 20-day moving average at 79. Gold, it's sitting here right, in this range. So it's got to get above 1831 or break back down below 780. Otherwise, we're kind of range bound, which we have been before. So we're kind of stuck right there again. Bitcoin may be range bound at some point as well. It's sitting here around this 30,000. Broke back below the 200, found support, got above it. But it's between the sandwich between the 100 and the 200. So if we can get back above, 32, then, 35, 36, then we can rally up towards that 20-day moving average, which is curling down. Ethereum looks like a bear flag almost. So we could have a breakdown here as well. We got to hold above this 2100 area is really what we got to get above. and then get work towards this 2391, which is the 20-day moving average. Otherwise, we could break back down towards 1700. So that's our stocks, our cryptos, and kind of the levels we're looking at. So hopefully we can keep this rally going the rest of this week, close out the week strong. That would be great. Remember, we still are in a bearish market, so it could turn down at any time. So just be careful if you're trading out there. Make sure you're locking in your profits. If you're adding to your long-term portfolio, that's a whole totally different story. There's some great stocks that are at bargain prices. And so, a lot of even these technology companies have gotten beaten down. So look for stocks, these strong companies have been beaten down, 40, 50, even some 80%. And those would be the ones definitely to start adding to long-term portfolios. But also just remember, keep some dry powder, keep some money on the side for opportunities, because we don't know if we're going to come back lower than we already have in the market. Have we hit the bottom or not? Nobody really knows. Maybe somebody thinks they do, but I don't think anybody knows. But when we hit it and bounce off and have a nice rally and it holds for several days, then we'll know we're out of the blue here and out of the fear and the bear market here, and we can start to rally back up and hopefully reach new highs as we continue throughout this year. So everybody stay safe. We'll talk tomorrow night how our trades went, what to look for in the next few days here. So everybody have a great Wednesday. Have a great night tonight, and we will talk to you tomorrow.